It is NBA action on EA Sport. Dallas begins the game.
From the start, let's do it.
Substitutions, Dallas. Substitutions, Boston.
Irving gets a look. Can't hit. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Irving just off the mark.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11.
1 minute remaining in the
Irving into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Irving. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Mavericks. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. Has a chance with another basket there.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Gets off a 3. At the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. That's it for the first quarter. The Mavericks are in the drive. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Celtics have it. Probing the defense. Tatum not getting the bounce.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Tatum grabs the board. That is great vision to set it up. For 3, that's off the side of the rim, short. Nothing going here on that drive. Curling inside. Inside, he scores.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Tatum. That won't go. Mavericks with the possession. Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Hayward. Going to launch beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Hayward to Horford. Knocked loose. Mavs able to recover. Almost, but no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on us.
Irving. Not going down for him this time.
Surprising and shocking that the coaching staff will put somebody on the player of his magnitude that is more focused on the offensive end than he is stopping another player on the defensive end.
To Hayward. Gets it in the left corner. Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Mavericks with the basketball. It's denied by Horford. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Here comes the screen. The drive right to the basket. No good. No daylight. Great defense. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose and Jalen.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Boston with the basketball. Irving. Tatum knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
You know, for a long time, I've been calling JT a young Paul Pierce because of his isolation moves, in particular in tight spaces. With fadeaways, step backs, whatever you want, he has. Now, that came from watching him a couple of years ago play at Duke Fantasy Camp in the summer. He was going against Jabari Parker for 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row, he gave Jabari the business. Now, this young kid was not even a freshman in college and was scoring any way he wanted to. And you knew that he was destined for success in the league. Danny Ainge got the steal of the draft.
To Nowitzki. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jordan. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Celtics have it. Oh, whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
We know what's coming. Go get it.
Entering the game for the Boston Celtics, number 12.
Throws it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
Nothing going here on that drive. Matthews. Oh, he had him there for a second. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
This is in for two.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Hayward to Irving. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Goes to the right side. Rozier. That's off the side of the rim. No good. It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. To Jordan. Down. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Nowitzki. Fires the three. Horford with the rebound. Has a look. Working hard on the glass. Another shot stays out.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
The victory.
The Mavericks were merciless in the
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. We got our top. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From American Airlines Center in Dallas, tonight, the Dallas Mavericks getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And away we go. And that'll...
Go time. It's go time.
Substitutions, Dallas.
Westbrook to Schroeder. Westbrook slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
Stuffs it down with authority. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting through, that was the difference.
Here comes the screen. Westbrook to Schroeder. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. He connects with the step back.
And that footwork was absolutely off the charts. Just that space, splash.
Mavericks with the possession. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Not going to have it this time.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Westbrook with it. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Westbrook to Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Oh, he's denied.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here's a chance from long range. Oh, who saw that coming?
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Scores from the post.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Inside, he scores.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
It's Westbrook. Almost, but no good. Now a three. At the buzzer. Final chance from three-quarters court, off the mark. And that does it for the first quarter. First quarter's complete. The Thunder on to the second quarter. Jay, I don't know if we're going to see quite that level of offensive production that we saw to start this one.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. George not going down here. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Thunder with the basketball. Screen coming. George. From the painted area, won't go down.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend it. Sometimes there's nothing you can do.
Stuffs it down with authority. The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Paul George. Easy path to the rim.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Here comes the screen. No good. The defender was a little too close for comfort.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Cashes in for two.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
OKC ball. George to Adams. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason. But let's not get carried away.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
The drive, right to the man, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Curling inside with another basket there.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Here comes the screen. To Schroeder. Oh, it's rejected by Jordan. And that'll get out of bounds off one of the Mavericks. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. That's going to...
Into the game for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 0, Russell Westbrook. Subbing in for Dallas. Number
17-footer at the buzzer. Schroeder with the board. That ends the third quarter. The Mavericks are in the driver's seat. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
Man scores 100 points tonight. Everyone gets
To Dennis Smith Jr.
I'm here.
And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
And he makes them both. Russell Westbrook with the rock.
I got ball. Screen coming.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Westbrook. Has a look. Gets a shot up off the... Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Yep, I got him. Here we go. Rotate.
To Jordan. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. And he misses that one free throw. The Thunder have the possession. Westbrook knocked loose. To Adams. And a chance coming up at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
To Westbrook.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game.
Double.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Oklahoma City's got it.
Hey, left.
Probing the defense. Westbrook to Adams. Shot from the lane won't go.
Okay, that's all right. You take your lumps and you move on. You did exactly what the game plan was defensively to guard a player like that.
I got double.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Westbrook with the basketball. Down a bundle. Westbrook, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as they'll talk things. The victory to the Mavericks.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
The Mavericks begin the... Dallas has it. From the painted area, won't go down.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
The shot blocked by KP.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, stays out.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Possession lies with New York to Porzingis. Inside, he scores.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Number 6.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
0. Enes Kanter. That's his second.
Substitution being made in this one. Free throw's good. Converts on the three-point play. It's 9-9. New York Knicks basketball.
In the first quarter. New York foul.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Subbing in for New York. Number 11. Frank.
Good work to step in front. The pass taken away.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Team foul number 4. New York.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. Knicks with the basketball. Neely Kina. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. The crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were fast.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach, game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about.
The assist from number 11, Frank Ntilikina.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. It's a big finish. The first quarter's complete. It's the Mavericks with the lead. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency. It was really hot.
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game, because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
It's a one-point game as we get rolling once again here in the second quarter. The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. The possession lies with New York. Ntilikina. Picked up by the Mavericks. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Knocks down a tough shot. That was smothering defense.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Matthews lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. Ntilikina into the front court. Down 2. To Ntilikina. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Ntilikina. To Lee. Good look that time, but awesome. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. To Mikal Bridges. Curling inside. Rebound cleared by Dallas.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Watch that cut.
Ah, rocking the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Nowitzki. Stuffs it down with authority.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
To Mikal Bridges. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting through, that was a difference.
Knock loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Stuffs it down with authority. Gets off a three. At the buzzer. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Mavericks have the lead.
And that could...
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. New York in control of the basketball. Porzingis to Cantor. Trey Burke. Missed it.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
Lets it fly from long range, and he hits.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Burke with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. No good, and no foul.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
To Mikal Bridges. He was all over him. Missed it. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Denied by Kent, and he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Whoa! What a finish.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Hardaway. To Cantor. Mavs have it. To Dennis Smith Jr. Denied by Porzingis. That's going to be out of bounds. Possession lies with New York. Lee to Porzingis. Here comes the screen. Hardaway to Porzingis. Fires the three. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Mikal Bridges to Porzingis. Scores from the post. To Nowitzki. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Porzingis. Mikal Bridges to Lee. Shot by Lee, no good. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Mavericks are in the driver's seat. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Mavericks with the possession. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Ntilikina with the basketball. Down a bundle. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
He's got his man dancing.
Oh, no! Please get up.
To Barnes. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Hardaway to Ntilikina. With another basket there. Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions, New York. Substitutions, Dallas.
Here's a chance from long range. Oh, he hits the three.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, are you sure you want to give me the ball here?
Ntilikina to Porzingis. Lee, deep left corner. Here comes the screen. To Porzingis. Has a chance. Not that time. To Jordan. To Matthews. Down low to Jordan. Shot and a putback slam.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
Inside, he scores. Oh, a whistle.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Porzingis. To Ntilikina. Shot clock winding down. Has a look. Off the mark. What on earth was he thinking?
Right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
To Matthews. 4-3. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. The victory to the Mavericks as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The Mavericks dominated this game from beginning to end. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks. The Knicks did not look good in this one.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fit. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
And that's all, y'all. Subscribe, like the video, and if you do want to play NBA Live with me, bro, just hit me up. You know the channel. All you gotta do is add me on YouTube. Like, subscribe. You'll be good. Peace out.